after he left the voodoo hut and saw Menny Skaris motionless on the ground. Skaris later died at the hospital.
A full month after Menny Skaris was beaten to death in the Kemah Lighthouse District, the email trail shows the Kemah Police Department knew quickly they had lost potentially critical evidence. The town's security cameras on busy 6th Street weren't working that night in December, and apparently hadn't worked for a long time. You don't have to believe me. Listen to Officer Torres, quoting, "The camera at 6th and Bradford could have been a crucial piece of evidence. I was advised the city cameras were outdated." The mother of another girl badly beaten up that same night had complained there were no cameras in the city parking lot or the Kemah Visitor Center from Detective Miracle, quoting, "A camera or cameras on the city lot or back of the Visitor Center would have showed the whole event." It wasn't the only violence on 6th Street.
I got stabbed, and then there was just blood everywhere. He got me 7 times.
But neither the mayor or the police chief said a word at Kemah City Council about the camera situation. New cameras are now installed, and police claim they do have video evidence in the shooting of a South Houston fireman in September, but they won't show it to us.
We will add lights and cameras for the entertainment district.
But we know there's still a horrible blind spot on 6th Street, the problem street. Cameras at 6th and Kip have been removed. Emails show Mayor Terry Gale was warned about trouble on that street for months. We've been following social media posts that help us keep up with the mayor's nighttime activities, octopus time at T-Bone Tom's, but she won't talk to us. Her failure to get tough with the late-night bars in the once family-friendly tourist town has clearly become a political liability. We documented nearly 300 police calls to bars and restaurants in Kemah just this year. Many of the problems not documented in police reports. 1 in 4 of the calls to just one bar, the Voodoo Hut.
So once again, we're still having conversations that we started in June, and we haven't made any progress. I don't know why we keep having the same conversation every meeting.
We're not really sure what's so funny. Down the street from Kemah City Hall, Matt Wiggins has misused thousands of dollars in Kemah water funds just to air his political and personal grievances in the monthly water bills. No questions it's annoying, folks. We think it's illegal, but the complaints are clearly piling up.
Basically, what I'm asking is that Matt stop, publishing his grievances using WCID money in his monthly mailers.
At the last WCID meeting, Steve Murray spoke for a lot of folks who've been complaining on social media.
This is WCID money, our money, the community money, and it should be used for our bill distribution.
But the WCID board, they just sat there. They've done nothing to make Wiggins stop it. Even a promised audit of his properties hasn't been mentioned in months. Now one of those WCID board members, Doug Meisinger, wants you to reward him for his silence by putting him on city council. What was Meisinger's final act?
Chairman, entertain a motion to approve the annexation.
Motion to approve. Well,
Doug makes the motion. Hayden seconds. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Helping his supporters on Lakeview Bend Lane get their water bills lowered, and help Matt Wiggins pave the way to get another unelected buddy on the water board. That's apparently the plan. A guy named Robert Kelly. Kelly's the guy who ran for city council this time, but suddenly dropped out, and then endorsed Meisinger. Weeks later, Meisinger tried to get Kelly a nice contract to clean city buildings during the COVID epidemic. Kelly lives on Lakeview Bend Lane. You remember the folks that sent me that trespass warning not to dare to go there? So, you know me, I went, just to say hi. They called the cops on me. And get this crazy. On social media, one of the neighbors said they were even dressing the children this year for Halloween, so the falsifinos of the town won't recognize them. What's wrong with these people? I'm betting Kemah voters have figured out who the real children are.
Doing this.